Well, good afternoon. It's VindaCator here from iPlayMore.com. Quick reminder, subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch. Make sure you go to iPlayMore.com, sign up for a video game test of Thunder. That's coming. I'm the game designer, developer, and producer for a game called Thunder. Thunder Throne Wars. Takes place right here, Milky Way Galaxy. And if you're one of these Earthlings that live on Earth here, you just travel down the Carina Arm. And after a while, you end up at the Stellar Jewel Box Nebula. Why do we call that that? Because it looks like this. It's a star-birthing region of space. And that's where our game takes place. Put our little planet here, planet Nebulous Prime. Zooming in on the game world. So, this is really... I gotta just say, I'm over the freaking moon. We have this amazing team. Art director, lead artists, a whole bunch of modelers. We're probably going to end up doubling our team. And why I'm so excited is that I'm looking at this concept art, and when you look at Bear Isle, this one here, done by a professional map maker, or... I'm trying to remember how to say that. Oh man, okay, I'm not going to try that. So, anyways, we're going to end up having all of the islands basically done the same way by professional artists. Now, the two guys that we're bringing in for art are Hollywood guys. It's absolutely amazing. I just can't believe what's happening. It's absolutely amazing. Now, not only that, I get a phone call from our lead investor. This money, the documents have been released. So this is all coming together for us. So it's absolutely amazing. No dates, no time yet. But anyways, we do have the multiplayer set up. We're just putting the assets in it. It's going to be a couple weeks, I'm sure. But then we'll dump what I'm doing here in this stream and jump into the multiplayer game. Anyways, so what this is here is our... And we're going to have to get to this. This is all things that we're going to build. This is all just vision design stuff. But this is the metagame, the overgame. So as you're winning and losing arenas, you're also taking territory. So makes winning and losing kind of important. And so here's what we've done in Unreal. A little bit of a zoom in on the playable area. The rest of this back end is going to be for training, teach you how to play the game. But this part is where you play the game. That's pretty much what we're going to do with the whole world, is give you quests. You can go seek out and learn how to do different things. But there's going to be about 16, I shouldn't say that, I should say 14 of these playable areas. And I'm just kind of using my mouse to show you kind of the area. And that's where the game will take place. That's what I'm going to show you today. So this kind of freaks me out every time I look at this, because it's... so the part of the plan was to make it so that when you played the game, you could just look at the bottom of the HUD. You know when you walk into a sports bar and you see, doesn't matter what sport's on, they have a bar at the bottom, and you just look at that and you know exactly what's going on in the game. Well, I'm like, okay, well, how do we do that? I want to do that. So you can enter the game at any time. You have a really good idea where to go, what to do, what's going on, what's under control, what's open. And so that's what this is. And so we do have this implemented now, so you'll be able to see that a little bit today, happening in the bottom left and bottom right corners, and in the center for the fountain. So when Brood controls, the fountain is lava. Now we don't have the fountain changing to lava. We're still going to do that, but we have the HUD changing, so that's kind of cool. So the Brood. So we have Kyle working on our... So he's our new programmer, but he's done all kinds of things. Now he did some voicing for Balaam's Tale, and I gotta tell you, absolutely amazing. Like, he just nailed it. Like, that's exactly the kind of banter I want happening between the... You know, that's even an internal banter with one character, you know. So the guy in his tail. His tail's a different creature. Anyways, there's a big story about that and why that exists and stuff. But it really adds to the humor element of the game, and he just nailed it. So I still got to produce all that stuff, but I've listened to the recordings and they're great. Anyway, so he's working on this stuff, getting our HUD up to date for the Brood and now for the Kin. So the HUD it's basically the same, just kind of things are flipped around a little bit. But so he's working on that, so that's great. He had some great comments about things we attempted to do some of our HUD in 3D, but then of course the lighting's not quite right, and so he's kind of up on all that stuff. So that's great. So if you look in the game on your left arm, now this isn't happening yet. This is a thing that we're going to work on. So on the left arm there's going to be a device, and when you push H on that device, it comes forward like this. This is just a mock-up to show you. And then you can look at these tabs across the top here, click on it, whatever, click here, goes there, and then of course in Unreal, you'll be able to see that full screen. Now this is different. So we got Zach here. We got looking at Zach's armor. We could do a search. We could search, change things. So this is all just mock-up stuff. But I did this for the investor presentation, which we might not need anymore. It's funny. Anyways, it's better to go in, I always say, travel down 2 roads and then pick one, than to sit at the crossroads and wonder what to do. So that's what we've done. And this is new too. So this is Zach's wealth storage. So when you walk up to the chest and it opens up, this is what's going to open up. So the things that you collect. I'm going to make this so that there's no numbers over top until you mouse over, and then they'll say how many you got. And we're going to make these huge, like 999, so you can put a lot, you can collect a lot of items. I like things like that. Oh, look, tab number 2 is missing. Note to self. There's so many details on this. I can see me missing something. Anyway, so all the devices are in there, in the slots. All Zach's gear is in there. So, and I was taking these screenshots in the game. I can't believe how good that looks. And that's just regular screenshots, not the high resolution ones that we'll be doing. But man, it's just amazing. And then just the mouse over thing. I didn't get this done for Zach, so I'm just using the Telly one. And then this is one of our game gear. So we still have to do this for Balaam. But for Zach, this will be the package deal that people can buy. And you literally are going to be saving $40 buying the package. And then you'll earn that when you sell everything. And you're going to get an extra bonus item as well, too, that you probably don't need and can sell right away, which is kind of cool. So Henrique did get this done. I don't know. I don't got it in here yet. So another note to self to do this for next week. So that's when you mouse over kin or brood. And I got to put the information here too. So I got to do that. It's a little job I got to do. I've just been swamped. You think we planned all this out? Hire a product or product manager. He takes all my ads, puts them up on a site that I probably wouldn't have put things up because I had bad experiences there before, and we've had this tremendous, overwhelming response, and it's just totally consumed both Henrique and I all this week, and we're going to end up with some amazing talent. This project is going to go from what it is today to something, I can't even imagine. I have a hard time sleeping at night because I'm just so excited about what this is going to do. So it just proves that, when you believe in something, you just keep working on it. No matter, even if you're doing it wrong and it's not quite right and it doesn't look quite right, you just keep working on it. And because now these guys are believers because we've built it up enough that it's like that. So it's just awesome. So here is Balaam by Patrico. We do have him in the game now. And Zoran mentioned today that he is working on Suiel. He's had some computer problems, so he had to kind of put a pause on Telly because Telly is more render-based, and Suiel is being completely remade. So we do have her in the game, but we need to make a new version of her because she's not deforming properly. So those will be the first 4 characters. We have character modelers, animators, 3D. We've got a whole bunch of people that want to work on our pits. It's amazing. So underground level designers is what I call it. So that's fantastic. So anyways, Henrique did get the treats. We've got nothing new to show this week because we've been hiring. So give us 2 weeks and 4 days and we'll start all these new guys, and you're going to be absolutely blown away as this goes from our little prototype here in the game engine to outputting much more of a Hollywood type quality. And in fact, the lead artist that we're hiring, you've seen his work. He listed about 13 movies, and I'm sure I've seen 12 of those movies. So I told him, man, I've seen your work. You're good. So anyway, so some screenshots I took a few weeks ago, just flying up. There's our little Suiel and the lighting effects that happen, and then Henrik, you got the brood done. And I got Balaam up there. Just standing there for a little bit of reference. And there we go. And then these are some screenshots. I did some updated screenshots with the time of day for the investor presentation. Put the brood in the nighttime. Took a long time for the game to go to night. I'm like, I thought we had time of day. Oh yeah, and so this is just because people don't understand. You know, you can't make a good game cheap and fast. So we're making a good game cheap, but it won't be fast. So that's why it takes so long. And the other thing is we haven't been funded. We're still haven't, even though we've got the word, we still don't have access to the money. So anyways, you can be earn mana on our Discord by being active. And Kyle's going to be spending some time setting up our Discord. If anybody can remember where the heck that video is, I was showing it to everybody. Oh, this is what we're going to do with our Discord. So maybe there's a clue in there. Maybe I sent it to somebody and I can go back in history and see. Anyways, I can't find it on YouTube anymore. Maybe it's gone. Anyways, make sure you go to iPlayMore.com, sign up for our video game test. I am going to turn on my camera and wave hello. Oh, and this song, all the music here is from the game. So this, there's a bunch of streamers online I got close to. So this was for Kitten. And so the song's called Kitten, but this is a song for her and her stream. And so that went out to her. So let's go take a look at the game here. I guess I could do that on the screen. Anyways, there we go. So this is live. Now, again, this is just in the game development software. This is not standalone yet. This isn't built. And I'm going to be playing 2 players on 1 computer. A little bit laggy. We've got an issue. We've got way too many textures in here. Didn't know that. But now we've got the experts here. So James is going to be taking care of that and helping us out. And Tyler's still working on all our 3D characters. And, I should say creatures, not characters, creatures. And so we've got all these animators coming, so it's going to be this massive race to get all that stuff done. Casey's got our multiplayer up and running. We had a little bit of issue with that, but he got that going. So what am I going to do here? Yeah, let's go with the girls first. So we've got 3 girls now trying out for Tally. Maybe 4, but 3 that I know of. Actually, 4 that I know of, but I didn't assign Tally specifically to the 4th one. All right. Carefully hit the middle here so we don't end the whole thing. All right, so, and let's do a little update for Ryan. Poor Ryan. Air Canada canceled his plane ticket. I thought he canceled it. And he writes me, he's like, yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. I'm like, I don't think so. Your ticket's been canceled. So I guess what happens is when you purchase a ticket from Air Canada and it's for somebody else and they can't produce the credit card. But anyways, so I was told to drive all the way to the airport, which is an hour away, buy a replacement ticket. But luckily I went online and found out what the cheapest date, because if you buy them ahead of time, they're much cheaper. So anyways, so I'm trying this new thing here where I put this guy just into the circle, and then I put the brood on the throne, or sorry, the kin on the throne. So now we're going to hear the new test for Tally. See, now look at the icons flashing left and right.
The kin.
It's the kin. Whoa.
Princess of Thunder.
All right, so there's one of our first tests for Tally.
Princess of Thunder.
All right, so the kin ended up capturing just seconds before the brood. So I'm always trying to find different ways to test all this stuff.
The kin.
All right, so I captured the central fountain. I'm just going to roll my mouse wheel here. You can see that it doesn't have green over it anymore. Nothing has green over it. Everything's properly captured by the red or blue team. And the center fountain is water. So just looking at that, you can instantly see that. Now, watch this. So here's our tug of war here. As soon as I go up on the seat, I'm capturing. Change to the claw. Move her out of the way. Now I'm capturing faster. Now in the actual game, in the multiplayer game, boy, people are going to be throwing each other off the thrones all the time. It's going to be quite the battle here. And you're going to want to come in here with your team. And as people are thrown off, so let's just go take a look at where she went. She's down below here.
Queen of Dominations.
All right. We still have to work on devices. Priority right now, though, is to get us over into the updated version of the game engine and multiplayer on the server, so we begin to have some people in here with me. This has been a long haul to get to that. I've never experienced this kind of a wait.
The kill.
Empress.
So there's our female Empress. So now we've changed it. There's no look down anymore. I've removed that. Boy, that was a gutsy thing to do. And now it's only push T. Lightning Throne, I push D. And I'm going to switch to my claw, which is number 1. Push the number, and there we go. T, W. I've got Ice Throne. T. Now I can go straight up in the air. I can go T, Fire Throne. There we go. Still got this little thing where I'm falling through the crown, so we'll get the programmer to work on that. So we had it perfect. Still some little glitchy things, but we're very, very close. So this is just the nature. Remember, this is just a prototype, so this is not the full game yet. Long ways from it. We're not even in alpha yet, so. Now, when you're playing the game, there's going to be some wait time here, because there's going to be 16 on 16 players, and you're going to have a bit of a wait time, because every one of these thrones is going to take 4 energies. We just don't have that yet, because I don't want to make my video long and boring, but we need to slow that process down a little bit. All right. So let's just jump over to the other side here. So you can see now that because there's an empire, and you can see the HUD there, you can see in the bottom right corner there's a crowned throne, and you can see that in the bottom left that the brood is out, and sure enough, you look up, it's out. So we've got the HUD and the game matching now. All right. Oh, I've got a recoil device. You can place the recoil devices, but oh, I did it. That's not easy to do. I've got an idea to make that easier, so we gotta get that. It's just basically so you can jump in the air, which makes sense when you got wings. Alright. So now this makes it much easier to line the thrones up. So I could totally avoid that, but we're going to show you Ultimate Throne Wars here. There we go. Okay.
Ultimate Throne Wars.
So I've got 300 for a score, and I'm shooting her. I'm going to usurp this.
The king usurps.
Okay, you can see what's happened here. is, there's my thrones. I have now usurped her whole line. It's all blue. You can see that. And I'm just doing a jump. That's our wonderful jump. All right. So I'm just going to push enter here. So I've got freedom. Oh, I'm looking down. I can't do that anymore. that's why I got rid of it. So I declare dominations.
Dominations.
So what's happened here is I have a line of thrones running from my supply. I've usurped theirs, so I don't have to even place them there. I've placed one throne, my crown throne, and now this is vulnerable. Now it's got a bar over top of it. So there's a couple things that can happen here. Actually, let's show it. Okay, so I'm going to just shoot this. You can see I'm damaging it. Of course, we'll make that a little stronger when we've got 16 players in the game. We'll just show you what we've got done here. So all the thrones are out, okay, except the one that was crowned in the battle. So I can jump over to that, I think, if I can find it. It's a lot harder than it looks. All right. So I think this is where we've got this, so I can still damage that. Turn my freedom off here. You're going to see when she captures that throne, you see the crown is gone, which is correct, and you see this is no longer vulnerable. All right, so let's go back. So she has stopped my dominations. We're back to a kin empire, which is correct. Here's the one. You see the red throne in amongst all the blues. So we've almost got this done. Next week this is going to be done. Goodbye. I'm going to come back, capture my throne back. Now I think... No, I can't have a crown here. So there is no crown throne. That's the mistake. The crown throne should be that one right there. It shouldn't be out anymore. That should be where the crown is, because that's where the break in the line is. So that's crowned again. Let's go have a look. Oh yeah, so this needs to be fixed. This should automatically, of course I can move my crown here, that's correct, but we should be back in dominations. It's going to make me place another throne, so that's fine, we'll do that. So that's got to be fixed.
Dominations.
That's not bad, but you know, that's not what I want, so... what do I got for devices here? Yeah, that's working, okay. Alright, so I just did all the lightning sounds today. That was a lot of fun, trying to get everything matched up. Looks pretty good though, so that's good. Alright, so we'll put a kin in, we're going to go Zach. Now that doesn't look like anything is majorly happening there, but this is major, because if you notice, I didn't reload. So there was the kin looking... Or the brood when I spawned, I was looking over there. So every time we spawn, we're looking in a different direction. Anyways, Kyle's going to be working on that. That's going to open up your inventory. Bring you to the marketplace. You can also do that. with the H. None of that's working yet. That's all this design stuff. All right, so let's just do the same thing here. All right, so yeah, that's a neutral throne. It's funny, some of these things change over time. So. Anyways, we've got a lot more experienced guys on the team. A lot of what you're seeing is just us having trial and error trying to get things to work. So I'm going to put this guy in. Actually, you know, let's do it the other way around this time. That's what I meant to do yesterday. So let's put Kin into the circle. Let's put Brood onto the throne. This kind of proves the point that being on the center throne is a faster capture. So this should be Brood first. Yeah, you can see both thrones being captured. Yes. There's a Kin right behind.
Prince of Thunder.
Some more guys you got on the throne, the faster it's going to capture.
The king. Prince of Thunder.
So there's the male announcements now. So we've done the female. So interesting when you're designing the game, you have no idea if that stuff's going to work the way that you want it to. And it's a lot of fooling around to get right. Alright, we got a Brood stronghold now. So Brood has brought throne energy, and you can see the sked there at the bottom left. It says sked stronghold in red, which means that it's a Brood stronghold. Okay, so technically, yeah, I should be capturing because I'm on the throne. Goodbye, Zach. So I just pushed him out of the circle using my claw and my right click. We'll just switch to him. Oh, he's still in there. Close enough. Oh, that's not quite lined up the way it should be. Minor. Okay, so we'll just place some thrones, do ice. Lightning. And what I like about that, I didn't have to go through that doorway.
Of dominations.
So Brood has a kingdom now. You can see that. Red kingdom. You can see my throat is red. Now I can just go back and take that back. We're just doing things very simply here. Whoops. Brood could capture. In fact, let's just do that. Show you how the lines can be broken. So Brood will come take this throne here. So if I go over to Kin now, I push T, A, T, W, T, D. I'm placing all these different types of thrones. And I think everything's fine until they unlock my line. And now I'm not getting throne energy. And my line is broken. So now I gotta go back. I can see blue, 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 blue. Oh, there it is, red. All right. So it's gonna hit enter so I can fly. Use my claw. Throw him away. I'm gonna come back and repair this. Just showing how that works. And I tell you, that's been a lot of fooling around to get that right. All right. Balaam's going to run back home. Zach's going to capture that throne. And there's just a simple sound. Nothing to declare. Brood has these shrines locked. Is this one going to be locked? Can I even find this one? There it is. Nope, no lock there. All right. So there's a couple ways to make an empire. One is to touch the home throne. The other one is to touch the forwardmost place throne. So if I had teammates here, they would be placing thrones. And all I'm going to do is just push T. Push D for lightning throne. Fire my device. Can instantly move my crown throne. That's actually a good place. To place a throne. I've been trying to place thrones inside things, but I think we've pretty much got that fixed. So it's nice, very nice. Boy, oh boy, we've come a long way. All right, so let's just show how I can go over that mountain. That's an Ozzy Osbourne song. Over the mountain. I'll spare you my singing. I can sing, but it's pretty hard. There's another song going on. You see how I did that? I can hug the mountain. Now, if I try to push T and turn towards the mountain, you see how the HUD fades away? It says, yeah, you can place one there, but you're not allowed to place one there. I like that. Alright, so I can see that the enemy's thrones over there. I can see that they're out. Thrones go out after 2 minutes. That kind of protects your line. So you only have to protect it for 2 minutes. Alright, so let's just... this is hard, one guy playing 2 characters. So it's going to push... Oh, okay, I don't need to do that. Fade it out. Okay, I'm just going to push freedom so I can fly. Come up, touch his throne. I can see the enemy there. I can push D. And alternate throne wars is declared. Oh, whoops. Fell off my phone.
Ultimate Throne Wars.
Alright, so this time we're going to do the opposite thing. I gotta do this fast. Usually you'd have 2 minutes to do this, but... Oh, yeah. One-shot it.
The king.
So we had this interesting thing happening because when you usurped, the guy was still on the throne, it was still open, he just captured it back. And it's like, oh, that's not good. So the throne that's open now is the one crown throne. And that all the rest are out. So the enemy is going to try to capture that throne at the same time as the score leader, the owner of the crowned throne, is going to come in here, push a little freedom, push T, push D, declare dominations. All right, so again, so now Brood has declared dominations. We look at the HUD. You can see on the left side there's green, which means it's open for the icon that Brood throne is out. The crown throne is over here, but is vulnerable. But we're gonna just wrap this up here. Oh, that's not good. So there's non-recoil. We don't like the recoil. There's devices that have no recoil. Push F. Hey. Balaam is standing with his tail out to the back, or to the side. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, go back over to this first screen. We'll just go back in with Zach here again. So if I push G, you're going to be able to see the character. So we don't have our animation done yet. So we'll end up with those wings. We'll be able to move, especially when you do things like this. That icon is vulnerable. That's not correct. So found another little bug. Let's go see what's happening with the brood one. So again, restarted the game, no loading. You know, programmers keep telling me, oh, you gotta do instancing and you gotta do, it's just loading. I'm like, no. So there we go. Both are vulnerable. Let's just confirm that we can damage it. Yeah, we can damage it. So that is incorrect. So there's a new little issue to fix. So in the game, you're going to be able to push the G key, see your character. Hey, Henriky. Our animators will do some animation. So when you push G, you're going to see some animation on the character. Zach is up in the air. So we're going to just push G a few times. I guess I show this every week, so I guess it's not a big deal anymore. But this is what we're going to be doing. So all of our power-ups don't come into a blob like that. It's funny. They'll be spread out over the whole game, so you have to go search them out, but only by gesturing. So they're not just on a 2 minutes timer spawning the same place all the time, and you know, people just camp that. So this is going to be much better design. So then we got all the training around the game. I'm not going to go into that. I guess I'll just show a little bit of that. Oh yeah, I just want to try this. Wolverine, let's see. Yeah, see, that's normal. Been having this weird thing when I shoot the icon at the end that it shows up. Anyways, we haven't worked on any of that stuff, so it's amazing that it does work at all. But when you get used to this recoil, so I'm just pushing left and right mouse button. I'm just using my space bar to jump, and I'm pushing my backwards button key just to control the amount of recoil. And so you can move away from enemies towards enemies. You're dodging them automatically. It's pretty cool. We got to do some balancing with it, but it's pretty cool. All right, so let's just go back here. Pick up some freedom. If you come to this little island over here, this is the bear's eye. That's our little quest sound, so there'll be a quest here. And then I just put the devices together so you understand how they work. So the black and white work together, the reds work together, the blues work together. Now there's also rare devices, so that'll be a quest there. We don't have any of that stuff set up yet. Just using recoil to move. Oh, I'm flying, that's why it's stopping midair. I'm like, why am I stopping midair? Okay, I want to test one more thing here, so I'm just going to go place a throne here. Now, when you play the game, you're going to have to capture the throne. But I can push T ahead of time, just for testing. I just want to make sure that that icon there, when I step in here, fades away. It does not. Can I shoot it? No. Alright, so. Little secret here. Go inside. Now these are the rare shields. So that's a core shield. So when somebody shoots you with a red, all the red will be gone. Then you still have a core shield to go through. So the whole idea here is to make gameplay a lot longer. Not just some guy comes up behind you or snipers you from across the level or whatever. You can actually take a few hits in this. It's all shield based, and this is a pit where you'll be banished to. If I can remember how to go to the right place. You can go round and around here. There's 2 separate walkways that exit by the fountain, where you can see the waypoint there. There's a wraparound walkway that goes all the way around. I can't see nothing. Oh, there it is. All the way around and exits in the waterfall. That's where you're going to spawn. Actually, let's go there and have a look. So you'll spawn way up there. Fall down here. Actually, let's see. Do I have recoil? I do. Okay, my character isn't banished. But when you're banished, you're going to fall here. Like so. And you only have the claw, your basic device, if you've done the quests for it. So you probably don't want to be banished here until you've done that quest. Your choice, though. We're not going to force you to train or, you know, give you the stupid WASD training. So many games like, oh, you're an experienced player, let's treat you like a noob. No, we don't do that. And then there's a little dragon here. He's very friendly. So no animation on that. A little bit, but no. So Tyler's going to do up all our NPC characters he's been working on. Oh, I got the rare device. That's like super jumping. Just have a look at that, yeah. Hey, Henrique, why is my thumb going through that device? That's not good. Call me the bug finder for a reason. All right. Very powerful device. And it's just working like a recoil device. That's not how it's supposed to be, but we'll... Hand needs to be closed, not open. Yeah. So, you know, we don't have any proper... Even that wrist, that left wrist looks a little funny. So we don't have any proper structure put on this thing yet. So it looks like I'm going to be able to get lost under there. No, I'm going to be able to damage this. So I think we'll leave it there for today. But it's just showing that the game is able to play, to finish. We still have the other victory condition, which is banishing to get in place. So, excuse me. Boy, that was kind of spontaneous. So what that is when you eliminate the enemy's shield completely. I mean, it's working, but it's not. We haven't spent any time on it. Then they get banished to the pit. They only have a claw. They got to get out of there. And one of the victory conditions is to banish the entire enemy team. So we don't have that. I have got the audio done for that, but we don't have the programming done. So that'll come up in the future here. But anyway, so let's go back to my information. Make sure to go to iPlayMore.com, sign up for a video game test of Thunder, and join us for our test. That'll be great. So it's VindaCator. Like, subscribe, follow, share, comment, all that good stuff. Ring the bell. I'm out.